This is your girl Jada. Welcome back to another episode of the Spicy Chicks. Today's gonna be a little different. I have a different guest today, or a different host. We have Steve here today, or Steve, which one you want to go by, or Mr. Taylor?
Whatever flows with you.
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
You gotta let the people know what you want to be.
I don't mind whatever flows y'all also.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm a Steve today, in y'all opinion, I can be Steve.
Okay.
If I'm a Steven, just going with the flow. This is like new to me. I'm just happy to be here.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming at such short notice. So, typically, I don't know, have you watched our episodes?
Yeah.
Are you a subscriber?
Not a subscriber. I don't do like internet things. So.
Okay.
But now that I've been involved and talked to you about how you feel about your podcast and different things, I will definitely start subscribing and doing different things to the show.
I would appreciate
that. So that I can support you in other ways. It's just like watching the episodes.
Exactly. We need as much support and male support because, you guys, I say all the time, this is not a male bashing podcast.
I heard y'all was male bashers.
You a lie. Didn't nobody tell you that. Nobody told you that. This is not a male bashing podcast.
I'm about to say, well, I know you love men. So
exactly. I would definitely not bash males. So I just
bash males.
No, we talk about some things, some challenges between women and men. And we talk about, just relationships and life and stuff. And sometimes we have to say things that might make men feel like they've been put in check. But it's all for a good cause. We're not doing it to bash you or make you feel less than. It's just to help you guys.
Come up with new words then. Because get put
that.
in check don't work for niggas. I mean, for men, period. Things that might put us in check.
They may think that we're putting them in check. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We're not really. Okay. We're just giving tools, tips and tools.
Okay. Cheat sheets.
Little cheat sheets, little cheat sheets cool. Here and there. It's That's just, cool. It is what it is. That, it's funny that you said, because when I said, do you subscribe and all that kind of stuff, that's a perfect segue into what I want to talk about today because, so y'all know how I feel about the day and age that we live in and men and women and I've been scrolling through YouTube, just kind of trying to find new podcasts to watch because I'm kind of getting over Netflix. I feel like I've watched everything in Netflix. I feel like that. Or I'm just getting bored. I don't like some of the stuff I see on Netflix anymore. So I downloaded Prime and Peacock and all that. But all of it is just becoming to the point where I'm like, this is not interesting. So I start trying to find little stuff on YouTube, little podcasts. So I came across a couple of podcasts that are male dominated, meaning they just the guests and the host and the producers are male. Well, not the guests, but the producers and the host are male, and it's just male driven. And I came up with this conclusion that kind of disturbed me because I kept watching different ones. I started literally on Tuesday watching random podcasts that were male driven. Didn't like what I saw. Then I waited, watched some more on Wednesday. Didn't like what I was seeing. Thursday, didn't like what I was seeing. I was like, what is going on? Everything that I saw was male-dominated podcasts that were bashing women. I'm talking about destroying women. I'm talking about what women, y'all should feel special because you're not. What the hell y'all bringing to the table? Y'all don't have no value. We're the women.
Podcast? What all these angry women?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Listen, it was so many that I saw. It was back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And I started thinking
they don't be saying the same thing y'all be saying on y'all podcast. Like how y'all just looking for the wrong chicks. Why y'all don't say
no, they I don't even want to give them no energy. Not that, my vote does count. My view will count, and your view will count. But I don't even want to say the name of these whack-ass podcasts that's male-dominated because I just don't want to give it no more energy because they're whack as fuck. They literally, the purpose of their podcast is to degrade and down-talk and make women feel like a piece of shit. And I don't understand that because you know how I am. I don't know men that sit up.
I was about to say niggas don't sit around and talk about women in those ways.
Who does that?
Not in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. I don't have time to deal with the negative of women. If you're negative in my life, I try to get rid of you anyway. So
yeah,
I don't have time to sit around and talk about women.
You've known me for how long? For I don't know, a long time. And I'm even thinking about my brother and his friends. I've been around men. Y'all know I've said this so many times. I have more male friends than female friends. And when I was in college, I hung out with a lot of my brother and his friends, and most of the times I was the only girl. So, I feel like, just in my mind, I feel like I was privy to a lot of like male talking shit, and I don't recall them dudes sitting around, because we would like meet up after work, meet up after class, just hanging, like we'll just call each other and be like, hey, come through, we all smoke, drink, kiki and talk, da da da. Yo, I don't recall them sitting up talking about bitches. No. They were not talking about, not in that way.
I'm about to say they were talking about, but they were probably talking about how to find some pussy.
Yeah, like
fucking or doing something.
These niggas they were bashing women. I'm talking about some of the main questions or some of the main topics were women, I don't know why you feel like you deserve a man that makes a certain amount of money, or women, you need to understand that you're not the prize anymore. Man is the prize. I thought that was whack. I've never been taught that. Like, the man is the prize. I feel why we can't both be prizes.
I didn't know that you had to have a prize relationship or whatever be going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure about that. Just bashing women. I don't know. I don't have time to talk about, like, if it's something negative, a woman you don't like, then you just don't talk to her.
Well, I think like
all women ain't good, all women ain't bad. Like,
well, that was when I was reading some of the comments. Like, you know, I'll go through the comments and I'll just look to see like what other people are thinking about what they saw and all that. And the consensus was just a lot of men, of course, that were commenting on the episode. So I really didn't see how women felt about it. All the men were supporting it. Yeah, this is the quote that really pissed me off, and it almost made me comment, because typically I don't. But one of the comments was, I love this podcast. Y'all give me life as a man because 80% of the women out here in America are gold diggers. Who gave you that stat, bro? 80% of women in America are gold diggers?
You probably a man that just know how to talk with his money. Like, I don't know.
80%? Where are these numbers coming? What poll, like, who gave you the number that 80% of women are gold diggers in America? That's not even, he didn't say half. Like, he wasn't even trying to be like, you know, realistic or pretend to be realistic and say 50%.
Well, men who make quotes saying they look to other men and need comfort and things like that. That's like different kind of men, in my opinion.
I feel like it's whack. I don't understand that. I just think it's sick. We've gotten to the point in social media where I feel like niggas now can go to Best Buy, get a mic like we do. Get a mic, sit up in the garage with a sheet on the back of the garage with a table with they homeboys and talk shit about women. Y'all niggas need to go build a table. Go change a tire. Go do something with your life. I don't know men that's really about their business that sit up in the basement or in the garage on a futon with they homeboys talking about women. Y'all are whack.
Well,
who does that? Like, even when I watch women podcasts that really do male bash, at least some of the stuff they're saying, the premise of what they're saying is factual. Now, they may go off on a tangent and, you know, lose a couple of people and then they end up male bashing, but at least the concrete point of the conversation is valid. Like, men don't spend a lot of time with their girlfriends once they get their girlfriends. Sometimes men have a tendency to not be consistent. That is a real, true, genuine complaint of women. The shit that they were talking about was no relevance. Like, it was just dumb. Like, and then I had to be, you know, devil's advocate. I was like, well, why do the women keep coming on these men's podcasts? Because you gotta see both sides.
That's what I was about to say.
Why do they keep coming on there?
Y'all be interested in like relationships and things of that nature. So if you're gonna keep asking questions about relationships and doing all that, then men are gonna put their in there. It's like business. People gonna put themselves in a position to win. So we want you to do this, do this, do this. They're gonna keep talking about it. If you keep asking, that's what you want to be in.
Yeah, it's dumb though. Like, it's getting to the point all of us feel like women just want to be like abused. Because you're just going like the Kevin Samuels guy. Like, they continuously go on these podcasts and these platforms with men. And I don't know, like, when they recruit the women, are they recruiting them under a different premise? Like, maybe they may be telling them, oh, we're going to have you on to talk about da-da-da-da. And they bam, trick them. Like, I don't know.
It's going to be a trick. Because I don't even like watch that kind of shit. And I know who the Kevin Samuels dude is. Like, so why would you go on there?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you go on there? So those type women need to hear those type things. You know what I'm saying?
I think say 80%. I was just like, I know I could. that statistic is so like I just don't know where it came from. So I think like you got to be careful when you spew things like that. Because then I kept reading, and it was foreign guys from other countries that watched the podcast too, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, 80% of American women are gold diggers." Oh God, I never want to meet an American girl. I was like, see, now you're just perpetuating a stereotype on a community of women that's not even true. Like. You got to be careful. That's what I'm saying. Anybody, it's got to the point where anybody can just go to Best Buy, go to BrandSmart, hell, go to Walmart, get you a mic, go on Amazon Prime, order a mic, put your little iPhone up, get the little stand, and talk shit in a futon in the garage.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to tell you that.
Everybody can do it now. Just talk shit. Just everybody's a fucking expert. It pisses me off. I don't like it.
It makes you mad.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it because I don't like. I just feel
but
like
you don't have to watch it though.
I just said I was scrolling. I was bored and I ran across it. I didn't subscribe to the motherfuckers. That's when I just said when I began this. I said I don't want to give them their names out because I don't want to give them any more extra views, even though they got my view. I didn't watch it all the way through, but the 15 minutes that I watched was enough for me to say this is not the type of shit that I want to give. Like feed myself because it'll make you mad. Like just reading people attacking your gender down, like, and then of course it switched. Not only was it just attacking women, then of course they had to take it to the next level. Black women in particular. That's when I was just like, fuck it, I'm about to cancel all this. I'm not gonna watch this no more because now I'm about to get real angry because I take it personal. I shouldn't, but I do because I'm a black woman. I mean, why wouldn't I? But you know, I don't know. I think it's whack. I don't like men that gossip. I've said that several times on the podcast. I think that's like that's a new age man. That's like 2020 men that gossip now. Sit up and talk about women. Y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about. Nothing else to talk about but women. Okay. All that time you spending talking about a woman, you should be trying to go get a woman. Spend some time with a woman.
Oh, so you feel like they ain't got no women?
Do most men that got women, do they sit up and talk about women? That got a girl?
No, you don't talk about your woman to nobody.
Exactly. That's my point. Like it's whack to me. Like I feel like it's just weird. But that's one of the things. And like I saw another guy. He made a comment. He was just saying, you know how most of the women that come on these podcasts they fit into the norm or the bubble of Instagram type girls or model type girls. And I was just like, exactly. Y'all talking about women of a certain caliber. Certain caliber women would only want to pursue a man that has a lot of money. But if you're talking about the air quote regular woman, it does. But
I'm about to say money helps.
But the regular girl is not a gold digger all the time. You meet regular women all the time. Yeah, like it don't make that's just not a fair assessment of women in America. That's not a fair assessment. But it just made me feel some kind of way. Like it's sad to me.
So these men done traveled too? Like they know women outside of America?
I don't know. They experts. I don't know. They think they experts. They got the mic. So they experts. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
You know, it's different women everywhere, I guess.
Exactly. That's my point. It's women everywhere. If you want a certain type of woman, there's a community.
It's love for everybody. Ugly people get love. Fat people get love. Skinny people get love. Dark skin, light skin. It's something for everybody, man.
It is from everybody.
You just gotta find what's for you.
You do, but that doesn't mean you go on the platform and bash. That's just not the way to go about it. I don't think. I don't know. But I think it's funny because I thought about you, which is why I asked you to come on today, because you're probably maybe the only second guy I know that doesn't have social media. So you don't have Twitter,
no,
Instagram,
no,
Facebook.
I don't care what people have to say.
None of that. So like, how do you, like, I was thinking about like, if you don't have any of those social media platforms that you engage in ever, do you feel like you might be missing out on some things?
Not really. Like I'm a tangible person, so
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like I like to be able to touch things that I'm fucking with. So like social media and all that, like you said, people overseas chiming in, they don't have nothing to do with what my life have to do with. So I really don't care.
But like, do you like, you know how guys now I feel like are kind of tainted or jaded when it comes to beauty with women and stuff like that. And I think it's because they do. Oh, well, you know, they are on Instagram a lot. So
I mean, but don't
expect
they
women to
have
look
all
like
that stuff like the filters and everything on the internet is like made to look like perfect or like flawless and all that kind of stuff. So you might be a little tainted. Regular girls can look different than what they look like when you see them in person. Famous people can look like you just do what you want to do. Internet just set up for lies, in my opinion.
So, like, how do you keep up with stuff if you don't have social media? Because you say you don't watch TV either. So, like...
It's nothing to keep up with to me in life, but, like, me and what's going on with my money or my life or whatever I need to do. Things outside of it, I really don't care about.
So, like, how do you meet people then?
Oh, I be outside. Ain't that what people say?
Yeah,
like,
they be outside.
I be outside. I don't know. I don't sit in the house. You know what I'm saying? I be outside. I'm not watching podcasts of men, dog, and women. I'm outside looking for something to do, working. So different things. I work around clubs and stuff, so I meet.
So okay,
women all the
perfect.
time.
So you work in an industry where there's a lot of you're in club life, nightlife, and you don't have social media. You don't feel like that's like a challenge for you because you don't have social media. Don't people say, "Hey, follow me on IG. Here's my IG. Here's this." You don't have no IG to give out.
No, I don't. I'm a personable person, so IG is for everybody. Well, I don't know how it works. So, in my opinion, IG is for everybody. Like, if you meet me and you thinking about me, you would just text me. If you want me to have a picture, you would just text me the picture.
Just text you the picture to your phone.
If it's for everybody and you ain't even think to text me, I ain't got IG, then you ain't really thinking about me. You was just posting shit to your Instagram. So hopefully I got pictures that niggas ain't got on Instagram.
You probably don't. They probably on Instagram too. They're probably on Instagram too.
You know what I'm saying? Or hopefully I got some that ain't. I wouldn't know. Make me feel special. Don't be worried about the world.
I think that's really interesting. Why don't you have so like I know you said because you just worry about you, but you've never been tempted to like download either Twitter because you normally have a lot of things to say. So I feel like Twitter would be a perfect platform for you because then you can just do your little do them little sayings that you be doing. You can post it, get you some likes. People will follow you. Like not even Twitter.
No, I don't care about anybody following me anywhere unless it's gonna be somebody that's gonna help me do something or I'm gonna help them do something that's gonna make them some money, gonna bring some substance to their life, or something of that nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just say things. I don't know. I don't need to be famous or like I don't know. I don't have shit. Like, if you know me, then you know me. Like,
I mean, I feel you.
I'm Vegas. How about that? Fuck that shit. I'm fun. I'm all that Vegas. What happened with Steve, stay with Steve. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody else. If you want to know about me.
See, okay, so that what you just said, that could be funny on Twitter if you said that. And people be like, oh, he's funny. Let's follow him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, well, you know.
All these things that you come up with, it'd be perfect on Twitter.
But it is, I don't know, it's not for me. Like, I don't know. My shit is for people that want to fuck with me.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I think about like
maybe I've never thought about it. Like maybe Twitter would be different or something. Like I was having to talk with you the other day when we was talking about like Sports Center and all this shit. And I was like, you know, certain people like it's about what they're saying, not about how they look. So you check them on Instagram, they ain't got no followers, but then on Twitter they got a whole bunch. So it's like the whole thing. I don't be worried about that. And then people just say random shit, and I just feel like it be haters and shit like that. I haven't seen anything. Internet and all that shit in the Garden of Eden, like information for everybody. You get a whole bunch of bullshit information to filter through to get what you're really looking for.
What you're really looking
for. Or what you really need. So then you get frustrated, just like you was sitting around looking for, you know what I'm saying, tired of Netflix, tired of all that shit. You looking through podcasts, da.
Yeah. The
first thing that's gonna come up is the thing that's gonna get the most clicks or the most whatever the fuck. You seen Howard Stern made a whole career off of everybody not liking him.
Yeah, that's true too.
Some shit. Donald Trump made a whole career off of everybody not liking him, and he became president. So you know what I'm saying?
He did.
It's like whatever. So,
I forgot Howard Stern was like the first pod. Well, there was a radio show though, but then it turned
what
into.
I'm saying, it turned into all those things. It turned into like the satellite. All that kind of shit, but it was the same concept. It's just to get people to check to see what you're saying. Women into relationships, women into all that shit. So if you say something crazy, somebody gonna check in. You know what I'm saying? Just for example, like how you, like my homie, I love Future, but like you be like They be calling him toxic and all that shit. That nigga just regular.
I mean, he does get a lot of toxic comments from people, but people still like him.
He's just regular.
But they just feel like in his relationships, he can be toxic, and it comes through the music sometimes. Because, I mean, he probably sings about what his life is.
He can only be toxic if somebody participate in it. It's called a relationship. So how the fuck is it toxic if you in there with them? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then get mad that you're in there with them.
Sometimes people don't know they're toxic either. Like, they might have toxic traits, and they don't realize that it's toxic.
If it worked for them, how is that toxic?
It could still be bad just because it's... Well, here's the thing. Like, for instance... So let's say you're in a relationship with somebody.
So what is the definition of toxic, man?
We had the episode. You gotta go back and watch the episode. So you ain't no real fan. You're not no real person that watch our podcast.
Why you can't just tell me what the definition? I heard y'all say all that shit, but really, what is the definition of toxic? Nigga can't be toxic by itself. If there ain't no women, then there ain't no toxicity.
I think you can be toxic by yourself because you could be a toxic person in general. Like you're very negative and you spew your negativity on others, and you might be the type of person that always is the humdrum of the party or the group.
It don't sound like Future at all, but they call them toxic.
In relationships, though, you could also be toxic in relationships, meaning you argue a lot and there's never no resolution, but y'all still stay together, even though y'all know y'all argue too much. That's toxic. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that he does that, but that's an example.
You gotta be arguing and fucking and doing something because you can't have a relationship. How you gonna get with him if all y'all did was argue? Like, y'all have to just leave those words out. Like, sometimes the shit just don't click. Like, it's chemistry. It's not toxic. No. Chemistry.
So you don't believe in toxicity?
Nah,
that's how you say
it. Ain't toxic. If you don't want to be there, why you though? Unless you need something. Like, unless you stuck or doing something like that. What you there for?
Some people get complacent.
That's why you're there then. See, that's the answer. It's not toxic. You get complacent. That's not the same thing.
Some people, like you said, they might need the other person for something.
That's on you for putting yourself in a position to need.
I mean,
all that kind of shit in the Bible. Don't be a slave to shit. You need something gonna happen to you. People gonna control. If you need them, people gonna be controlling. Like, folks don't say like real shit. If you need somebody, you're gonna be controlled upon. Period. That's in business. That's in life. That's in relationships. That's in whatever the fuck. That's the whole point. Need a job, right? Your job probably toxic, right? They make you do what they want you to do whenever the fuck they want you to do it. You know why? Because you need your job. Like,
I was just in one and I quit.
You know what I'm saying?
My job is very toxic.
You put yourself in positions to get treated as toxic.
Okay.
That's on you.
I mean, I'm sure people would disagree. It's always gonna be somebody. It's always gonna be somebody that disagrees.
How you gonna disagree? Put yourself as a slave to something and what it is. Say it in the Bible. Don't be in debt. Nobody. Don't be in debt to shit if you can help it.
I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, like, sometimes people don't know they're
toxic. You're toxic to the government. They charge taxes. They do all kind of shit. But you can't get stuff without that. Without paycheck stubs. Without different shit. Like, it's what it is. Anytime you put yourself in a position to need, people gonna fuck over you. That's how it works.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. That is true. I'm just saying, like, people think your boy toxic because of the things that he says in his songs, how he behaves.
If you gonna cry anyway, like he said, like
I don't want to hear that.
I
don't want to hear about crying in Lambos and Hondas.
I mean,
crying is crying, period.
Exactly.
It hurts either way.
Exactly, but you can choose where you want to cry.
I just don't understand that whole, like, I don't understand that that metaphor, because just because I'm in a Bentley doesn't mean I'm going to, like, my tears make me feel better because I'm in a Bentley. I'm still fucking sad.
No, you need to figure out what you need to get out of that situation. Since somebody treats you some way, you figure out your wins. If everybody start worrying about what everybody's supposed to do for them and then handle them and handle your own wins, then you won't be so frustrated. Be willing to let shit go.
Yeah.
Be willing to lose on your own accord and willing to walk away from some shit.
That's easier said than done a lot of times. Much easier, especially in relationships.
So it's easier to just argue all the time.
Some people might get used to it. I don't know.
Exactly. So that means it's not toxic. If you argue all the time, y'all arguing and fuck, then it's y'all thing. Fucking and fighting. Like, some people do that. Like, what y'all call it, passion as women?
I don't know. I don't like the fucking fight. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that would be called. I don't know. It sounds like a lot. It sounds dramatic. That's what it sounds
dramatic.
Like.
I don't know.
Fucking and fighting. That sounds like a lot. Like, I'm tired.
You tired?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound fun at all.
Don't fucking fight then.
That don't sound fun. But some men like it. You know, some women and men, they like that intensity.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
How's
But
the
those people
relationship toxic? That's what I just said. If you like it, right? If you like it, it can't be toxic.
But to others, it might be.
What the fuck that got to do with y'all? I thought it was y'all relationship. Make y'all own rules and y'all own bubbles.
I mean, that sounds good too. I know you live by the code of I live in my own bubble.
Right, Steven Universe, my life. That shit a real cartoon. That shit my life. I don't care about nothing outside of Steven. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds real selfish.
I don't care.
See, you know, people would think you're an only child, and you're not. You would think you're an only child.
I love my brothers. I got cousins.
You act like an only child.
Homies and shit.
You act like an only child. It's all about you all the time.
It's not all about me. It's just all about putting myself in a position to win. So I don't say words like toxic and regret and all them other words that ain't got shit to do with me. Hopefully in life, I just try to go ahead and go forward. Like,
you're very selfish. It's just. I don't know how our friendship survives.
I'm a very, very selfish and loving and caring person.
I don't even know how that go together. Selfish and loving. I don't know how that goes together.
Because I love you as long as you do it like
your way. And as long as you do it your way. What the fuck? As long as you do it your way. That sounds like control.
That's fine, but guess what? You don't have to do it my way and I still be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to sit around and give me a sheet and some red cups and hang up some shit and be like, all the women in the world are gold diggers. Because, like, you know what I'm saying?
This is why you can't tell people stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Paula? You can't tell people nothing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just slide in and think I know what to do for everybody else and I ain't did shit for you, but I want to tell you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I mean, I feel you.
That's not how I move.
I mean, facts are facts. Real is real. Honestly.
I'm about to say, my shit be in the pudding. I feel like people that be around me or have known me, like, are good people. Like, I've met some dope people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a blessing to say. I mean, I feel like I have too. I don't know. Like I said, I've said this before in some of the other podcasts.
My fault.
What?
You just not like a chemistry person, like, you meet people and then, you can't tell. Like, I meet, like, I can kind of tell, like, you meet people. Like,
you can tell somebody's toxic?
I'm willing to take people as they are. Like, if you know somebody is, like, a weird individual. Like, for instance, like, you got a friend, right? Or something. And you know they fake all the time. Mm-hmm. But they ain't never fake with you. Okay. You might still talk to them. Right. Because your relationship is with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? And your fake ass friend. But, like, with somebody else, that might not work.
I mean, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with you.
I get it.
Like, homeboys, like, niggas in the street, they know niggas that, like, rob and do shit. I know niggas that do stuff that they shouldn't do. I know how far to go with them. I know you robbed somebody last week. I'm not going to bring you to my house. Right. I might fuck with you. You ain't never robbed me. I might hang with you in environments to attempt not to get robbed if I think that I know you have that in you. Mm. You ain't never did to me, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But they could.
They could.
You're right. So
but you put
ready to risk it for the biscuit.
Try not. I mean, you don't have to. What I'm saying is your choice, though. You know who they are. People that just be faking like they know who people are. They just think that somebody owe them something. Don't owe nobody shit. Nobody owe you shit. That's why people be so upset. Like, you got children. You know what I'm saying? Even if you had children, do you realize children don't owe you shit? You have them, you make them. What gets them to do something back for you? Yeah. Like,
we've talked about that too before.
I'm about to say. Yeah. Ask Kobe.
Oh my God. Rest in peace, Kobe.
I'm just saying, like, small things like that. Don't nobody like, why? Like, don't owe you nothing. Like, why? Why? If everybody thinks somebody owe them something, instead of everybody trying to put their best foot forward, normally if you try to put your best foot forward, like 1 + 1 is 2, you know, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Do the best. Don't nobody owe you anything.